Welcome to this week's insert of Self-Development Pill. We're going to be discussing about ways of becoming a better thinker, and we're going to look at some ways and 10 ways in which you can be able to improve your thinking today and become a more creative and critical thinker. So firstly, to become a better thinker, you need to expose yourself to good thinkers. Good thinkers are always looking for things to pump their minds and get their minds started. Read books and spend time with great thinkers. If something moves you, take it and write it down. Spend time with the right people. Choose people that challenge you with their thinking and actions. Sharp people sharpen one another. Regularly place yourself in situations that allow you to think. Thinking needs discipline. Schedule out time to think. Sit down with a book and write down your ideas. Ideas have a short lifespan, therefore, you need to act on them before they run out. Think things through, then follow through. To start your thinking process, you do not want to rely on your emotions. If you wait till you feel like doing something, you will never accomplish anything. Don't wait till you feel like thinking. Think. Now, let's look at these 10 ways you can improve your thinking today. Number one, tap into your emotions. Our conscious thoughts are only a fraction of what's going on in our brains. At any given moment, the unconscious mind is taking in vast amounts of information that we are not even aware of and processing it all very quickly. Based on its conclusions, the brain generates emotions. So don't disregard that subtle feeling telling you to avoid the salmon special. Your personal supercomputer is trying to tell you something. Number two, don't think under pressure. Once we've taken time to develop any skill, and it always takes time, we should trust our instincts. Number three, consider alternative points of view. Professional poker players often use a simple trick when they suspect another player is bluffing. They think about how the player would act if he or she were bluffing. The brain naturally filters the world to confirm what it already believes. But this habit is limiting and dangerous. You could be fixating on the wrong answers. Number four, challenge your preferences. Like presumptive beliefs, your supposed likes and dislikes can limit your mind. I used to be a bit of an expensive wine snob, but then I did a blind test of wines from different price ranges and discovered what scientists have since confirmed. There is no correlation between the price of a bottle of wine, and how much you enjoy it. By figuring out what you truly like, be it cheap wine or fancy shoes, you can enjoy life. Not to mention spend time more wisely. Number five, take long showers. Studies show that moments of insight often arrive when you are not aware that you are thinking of the problem, such as during a warm shower or a long stroll. This is because insights are typically generated by a rush of high frequency gamma band neural activity in the brain's right hemisphere, and the mind is better able to tune into that hemisphere when it is stress free. Number six, be skeptical of your memories. In recent years, scientists have demonstrated that human memories are surprisingly dishonest. The act of recalling an event changes the structure of that memory in the brain. Details are tweaked. The narrative is altered. The more you think about it, the less accurate your recollection becomes, and the less reliable it is as a basis for making any kind of conclusion. Number seven, avoid multitasking. It turns out that the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for willpower and cognitive thought, is a rather feeble bit of flesh and easily depleted. In a telling study, people who were asked to remember a 7-digit number and then offered a snack were much more likely to choose chocolate cake over fruit salad than were those who were asked to remember a 1-digit number. The first group self-control muscle were exhausted. It's important to realize that you cannot do everything, just not all at once. Number 8, study your mistakes. One common trait of successful people is their willingness to focus on their mistakes. Even when they do well, they insist on looking at what they could have done better. Such perfectionism might not be a recipe for happiness, but it's a vital component of learning, since the brain cells figure out how to get things right by analyzing when they go wrong. Number 9, daydream. Forget efficiency. Scientists have discovered that daydreaming is an important tool for creativity. It causes a rush of activity in a circuit known as the default network, which connects different parts of the brain and allows the mind to make new associations. The daydreaming brain is actually in overdrive. Then last but not least, number 10, think about thinking. Metacognition, as this is known, is a crucial skill. Many scientists argue that the best predictor of good judgment isn't intelligence or experience. It's rather the willingness to engage in introspection. The brain is like a Swiss Army knife, full of different tools. When picking out a couch, we can trust our emotions, but we should rely on the rational brain when scrutinizing the fine print of a mortgage loan. Unless you think about which mental tool is best suited for the task at hand, you could end up agitated or confused. Thank you for going through this list with me, and I hope you have managed to learn one or new things that you can apply into your life and be able to access that deeper you, that better version of yourself, the better and crucial and analytic thinker. Look forward to receiving more information on thinking, as this was going to be a thinking series, and I'll release several number of videos discussing on ways we can become better thinkers. So look forward to this more insights like these, and I'll leave a link to my ebook in the description below, a method of thinking that gives results every time, which I touch on the subject of thinking and how we can become better thinkers. Thank you for being part of this week's Insight. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. See you again next week.